Commanders veteran quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Commanders and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Charles, you take a look at the Eagles, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing right away is Rudolph. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rudolph. And Rodgers, and he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Throwing is Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the... So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flush to his right. Able to slither by. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Gainwell.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
The Commanders defense looking for a stop here. It's third and goal.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Rudolph looking to throw it. His throw incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
Throwing on second and long. Rudolph.
That went into the hands of Tony downfield.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On first and 10, Rudolph. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rudolph. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rudolph.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Rudolph off play action.
Competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Gibson here running out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Rudolph. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Sly able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw from them was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4. You know darn well both of these teams are in the field. This defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. This one left side caught by Gibson. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. To throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Shifts past him at the 45.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And some space here. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Rudolph.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Rudolph. Man open right side. It's Rodgers.
Touchdown, Washington. Armani Rodgers.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have taken the lead. We're down in this part of the field, CD. They'd love to get him the football, and right there with a pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to it. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Here's Aaron Siposs now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Rodgers brings it in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Working with a 2nd and 3.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Rudolph.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The numbers from McLaurin a week ago.
7 catches, 80 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rudolph now to throw.
That's complete to Tony. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Rudolph throwing again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And some on 2nd and 13.
Gibson again.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. That is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw.
That one is slant to McLaurin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So from Philadelphia territory,
For them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a give to Gibson.
and the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A good throw here, finding Pascal.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Setting up the screen with Gainwell.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the 41, Rudolph. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Back to the air, Rudolph. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Rudolph. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the lead will hold at 10. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. A beautiful fake.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. K.J. Hamler, a touchdown reception. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
13 yards remaining on second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rudolph now to throw. That is taken in by Rodgers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9. Rudolph. Pass incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Rudolph.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. McKenzie now to return it. And he's out right at the 25.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts.
That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Flush to his right.
He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And this one's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw again. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rudolph. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Gibson. Good footwork at the 30. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. For him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Rudolph on 1st down. Open man right side is Tony. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Down the right sideline. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now Rudolph. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. But somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
To try again after the sack. Rudolph. This will be caught at about the 5. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Hurts throw taken in by Pascal.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
A good throw here, finding Pascal.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Right at the 40.
Throwing is Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Smith catches left side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Running right, this is Gainwell.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. So no gain on the play, and that'll set up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Gainwell diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Once more, Gibson. A nice little juke. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rudolph. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And he finds McLaurin. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Still going. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the big play to extend it. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story. And, wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And he slings one that's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
On 2nd and 7, Rudolph. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rudolph looking to throw it.
And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Rudolph's throw caught by Tony. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A carry for Gibson.
And another juke.
13 yards there and a Washington first. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Rudolph. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. On 1st down, Hurts fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
From the 39,
Hurts.
And this one is incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Pascal's got it.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
Shifts by him. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Isaiah McKenzie from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And for one, two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one goes for 8 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
They'll run. It's Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Rudolph now to throw. And he's caught on the sideline.
I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll run with Robinson.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now it's Rudolph. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Hurts and the Eagles now
down by 10. A little over 50 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Brown.
Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Commanders,
the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.